Hi everyone, I'm Kathy. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to have a great meal. We're going to start, of course, with a famous appetizer, and that's our extraordinary 3-cheese dip. So that beautiful dip is made with 3 of these spice blends. This is our CCB, cheddar, chive, and bacon, but it's not real bacon. This is made, the bacon flavor, and it tastes like bacon, believe me, is made from pinto beans. Then we have this beautiful one, which is great for cooking anything. Anytime you need to put onion in, reach for this one. 3 onion. So it's all your different types of onions in it. Then this beautiful one's in it, lemon dilly. This one's one of my favorites. It's one I go to for seasoning chicken, fish, making your tzatziki dip, and that. So they're very versatile. But when the 3 get together with some cream cheese and some sour cream and a little bit of cheddar, you make this wonderful dip, which I'm going to bring out of the oven right now. And voila! There's our beautiful dip. It's nicely warmed up. Now this is half the dip, because I'm quite sensible here. We're not in the house here going to eat an entire dip bowl. So here's a little tip. I make it and then I freeze half of it. So the next time somebody says they're coming over at last minute, you can easily throw it in the oven. It's ready to go. Or I've even used it for part of my filling in my pierogies. There's an alternative. Or another great thing is when it's cold, it makes a great spread. Now let's get on to our beautiful meal. So I've already chopped up some chicken. And it's sizzling nicely in here. I coated it with just a little bit of gluten-free flour. And I'm just sauteing it in the fry pan. In this beautiful pot, and I'm going to turn it back on. I just had started, but it was really cooking fast, is my cauliflower rice. So it's just cauliflower that I've grated in the Cuisinart, or whatever you want to call it, you know, your food processor, and it's just into chunks. That's all it is. And basically you're just steaming it on there. I just add the beautiful fried chicken mixture, which I'm going to make right now. So, these are our meal solutions, and the nice thing about them is you can make your whole meal out of a little packet. On the back, you always have not only the ingredients, the nutritional value, you also have at least 1 or 2 recipes. This is our rice, fried rice. So I've started with 2 tablespoons of water. It's supposed to be 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, but I ran out of soy sauce tonight, but that's all right. It's one of those things I keep all the time, and whatever. So I'm just going to mix it in a bowl here, get it all blended. And that's the mixture I'm going to put in my cauliflower as it steams down. And it smells good. I can smell the onions, I can smell peppers, the soy sauce. But it makes a nice blend. And this can be a meal in itself, just adding the chicken with the rice, especially now that since I've used a vegetable as the base. It makes the perfect sidekick or whole meal. Now I'm going to get ready for the sauce that's going to accompany my chicken. And I'm using this one, the Honey Garlic Meatballs. Now, we say all the time, don't judge a product by its cover, because it can be used for so many things. Like our dips can be used for spicing chicken and meat and making spreads and salad dressings. Our meal solutions can be used for other purposes as well. So in here I have 1 cup of water, and I have in here just a tablespoon of honey. I chose to use just a pure honey in here. And basically I'm just putting the sauce in. You're warming it up. It's going to thicken. Voila, that's how easy it is to make this sauce. So here's the beauty about this particular one. It's so versatile because meatballs, wings, chicken. Tonight's going to be like our popcorn kind of style chicken. There's just so many options with it. And of course, I've had people use it on pork. I've seen people use it on tofu pieces. So very popular. And look at my chicken's browning up nice. I'm going to have these nice little popcorn-sized pieces. Got a little bigger, but they cook nice and fast. And just with a little bit of oil. Nothing major. I just used olive oil. Very simple. So let me get my sauce stirred up here. And I can smell it already. It is so nice. It's not overly sweet. It's just right. And if you look at the comparisons, it has, of course, very little salt, limited sugar. If we use sugar in a product, it's going to be in its purest form. It's not going to be in a bleached form. It's going to be most likely the pure sugar cane, or it's going to be like coconut sugar. And that's just going to be derived from a fruit or a nut or something other than just your regular bleached out sugars. And of course they're going to use it sparingly because they're very nutritious for it, and we're always about putting on good, healthy meals and quick and easy ones. As you can see, there's my sauce. It's pretty well made. That was pretty simple, right? All I did was warm it up, had it on medium heat, and it's sticking. Just like you would see if you were buying a jar of it from somebody else, not us. I didn't want to really say that, but that's the truth. I need to get this stuff I'm going to put my sauce in. Okay, I'm going to pour in now my beautiful mixture. And whoa, now you can really smell. It smells so good. And I'm going to move this over just so I can get my arms a little closer. And do a little spin around. I like to hold the pot. That's just a preference. That's so nice. Doesn't take long. You're basically just steaming the cauliflower. But it tastes just like, that's the nice thing about cauliflower. If you've seen people make cauliflower steaks and cauliflower buffalo bits instead of chicken and that kind of thing, cauliflower takes on the flavor of whatever spices you put in it. That's what's so nice. And that. Now I steamed a few carrots earlier. Then I'm just going to throw in here to finish cooking with it, because we want veggie overload. And we're just going to heat them back up in here in the mixture. But it's just a way to get all your veggies in. And stir it nicely. Get all the good stuff. And let it steam a little more. Because there's one final ingredient that goes in that one to finish it off. We're going to check our chicken. Look at it. It's beautiful. It's doing its job. It's almost done. I'm just going to flip it over for any last minute browning any of these pieces are going to get. Okay, and I just splashed a little, so I'm just going to clean it a bit. And I'm going to bring this over because that's going to be our dessert. So I'm going to let the chicken wind down here. I'm going to turn it down. And then here's our little surprise ingredient that's going into our rice. It's cabbage. It adds that, just that little bit of crunch to the dish. It adds a whole new dimension to it. It's really nice flavor, and you're getting lots more nutrients. So I just had it pre-chopped, ready to go for coleslaws or moments like this, or throwing in soup. And I'm just going to throw in a few handfuls, which is about the equivalent of, I don't know, I'd say at least a cup and a half. So we got that nice cabbage in there. One more bit. just get this mixed in so it can really steam through. But you see what I mean? It adds a whole new dimension. It looks different. It looks just like a Chinese dish now. It looks like your fried rice, but it tastes so good. And honestly, we prefer cauliflower to the rice nowadays in my house. We don't bother buying rice. I'm not. I know it's a staple in some people. It was a staple for me for years, but unfortunately after having it too many times, I've grown intolerant to it. So I can't serve this beautiful meal without having a dessert. So dessert tonight is going to include caramel. So I've melted some butter in here, about 1/4 cup. I'm going to put the seasoning in, and then I'm going to put in a cup of cream. So this one is a lactose cream. If anybody has lactose issues, I really recommend it. It is a nice one. It's not one of those fake ones, you know, that uses it basically uses the pills and things to remove the like they use like lactase and stuff to remove it. This is a really nice flavored milk, and it's popular in our house. And I think I had a spoon here. What did I do with my spoon? I'll grab another. That's fine. And basically, all I have to do with this is bring it up close to a boil, and that's it. It's that easy. So of course, I'm not just making caramel sauce. I was doing a little bit more behind the scenes, and I made these beautiful shortbread cookies. This is another one of our nice new fall products, and I have to tell you, from somebody who's tried to make them over the years using various gluten-free flours and rice flours and everything, I never had luck. But this one is so good. They're soft, they're buttery, and I figured tonight, if I'm making my caramel, what's better dipping in caramel than shortbread? And of course apples, because it's fall, we gotta have apples out. So I'm gonna just continue with this. I think my chicken is done, so I'm going to turn him right off. And we'll just let you finish.
Someone's asking, is that Napa cabbage?
It is just a regular green cabbage. I got it at Nature's Best, and we just simply chopped it. That's it. So nothing, no fancy tools or anything. You could have shredded it. I could have used the mandolin. It's just easy to chop it sometimes, so that's what we did. And I won't take credit for it. My mom actually chopped it. She's our coleslaw lover in the house, so she quite often adds coleslaw to our meals. And that, but yes, I have to tell you, I'm not really a chocolate girl. I'm a caramel girl, and this is such a beautiful caramel. It's not that real sickly sweet one, and it's not that I don't know, almost like you get when it's so sugary, it's almost chemically tasting. This is so nice. It's very buttery. It's just a soft caramel flavor, and it is a must in my house. I have to tell you, we have it when we have desserts. Like if you're going to make an icing for a cake, we're going to add a little caramel, and I've done it with for icings. I've done it in I made a parfait with it, with pudding and cake, and it's just, oh, and I have to confess, I've also put it in my hot chocolate, because I love the caramel. Caramel's mine. My dog's behind me, thinks he's going to get fed tonight too. So, we're almost done with our dessert, and I think you're done here. You look excellent. You're nice. Oh, and we are done here. We're going to turn all of them off. We brought her to a boil. That's all we basically had to do. And I'm just going to leave it on. Whoops. Just be slow. Because the last thing I have to do is finish getting my apples ready. I'm just going to chop up my apples quickly. So, you know, it's Honey Crisp season. I don't know if anybody else loves Honey Crisp apples, but we were at St. Jacobs the weekend before, and Of course, got some Honey Crisp apples. So they're going to be our dipping apples tonight. And I leave the skin on because these ones are, there's nothing added to the skins. These ones were organic apples. So they don't add anything. There's not the preservatives, there's not the wax, none of that stuff. Yeah, we're done here. And I just have to serve this meal up. And here's the nice thing. This whole meal and the dessert and the appetizer is really taking me less than 20 minutes, right? And that's what Epicure is all about. They're all about, they take these beautiful flavors that everybody loves and they recreate them, make them into a healthier version. And then they also do things just to make it even healthier because we're already using whole food ingredients. They also do things like add things that have more nutrition, adding antioxidants, adding nutritional yeast to some of our products because they're very nutritious for it. There's certain things you just don't get every day in your food, and that's what their dietitians have looked into, and those are the things that they try to add back in through food. And that. So then we have, of course we're going to serve it, so let's put it out here. Probably didn't need the thing for that. And then of course we have our beautiful chicken. The sauce is still nice and hot. I have to tiptoe behind here because I have my dog here. He thinks he's getting fed. I'm sure everybody else at home has pets or family members that think they're getting fed right away. Okay, these are the grip and grabs. They are so versatile. I love them. And they're so easy. They're great for serving. They're great for getting things out of the pan. They're excellent. They've got the steel, reinforced steel in them to make them hard, like, you know, so they're not going to break. They can go in the dishwasher. And somebody's getting closer to me because he's hoping, oh, she's going to drop something. She's going to drop something. Yeah, I'm not that bad. I might now because I'm going to lift the whole pan to get the rest out. I just didn't want to put any extra. The oil I put in can stay in the pan. Okay, and then of course, the best part, our beautiful sauce. Which he says, I don't care about. Okay, so look at that. Look at that beautiful sauce. Like I said, this is a very versatile sauce. I've had people use it, cook with it, include it in their ground beef for making their meatballs. I've had people use it on as a dry rub on chicken to make chicken wings. I've seen people use it, you know, like with tofu as a sauce, a condiment, stir fries. It's like the go-to, and I don't need to use that spoon because I think I had a nice spoon out for it. I don't know what I did with it. Here it is right here. So everybody's going to get lots of sauce because, of course, you want everybody to have lots of sauce. I'm going to pull some of my dishes back. And we need to get some of our caramel out so we can put it out with our cookies. Okay. And caramel will get a little thicker as it cools. I'm not going to put it all out. I'll just do that for now. Once again, you can freeze excess. We've been making ice cream lately, and we certainly can make a beautiful butterscotch ice cream or caramel ice cream. So there's going to be our dessert tonight with our caramel sauce. And voila, we got a beautiful meal for everybody in 20 minutes and less. There's just a few things I wanted to point out before I let everybody in my house dive in. Some of our new products. We have the 2 scoops. This is the little scoop I used for the cookies today. We also have the bigger one for the making the biscuits. They're great, they're well made. The other thing was my actual cookie sheet. So my cookie sheet, regular cookie sheet, nothing special about it, but the mat. The mat's the silicone mat. I put everything on this. You're gonna throw a pie in, I put this under it. It's my good drip sheet. Keeps your oven clean. We cook on it all the time. We even put the cooling racks in there and make it to raise it up if you're going to do like chicken fingers and that. And then of course I zipped right over this earlier. This is our mini little steamer. Sometimes it's one of the best things in the house because you can take, say you didn't think you had enough veggies tonight and you wanted to add some peas or corn, put your frozen corn in it, throw it in the microwave for a couple minutes, or you can bake a cake in it. We've done it. We've made banana bread in it, we've made pumpkin loaf in it, all sorts of things. So I hope you enjoyed this demonstration and that you can see how easy it was. You know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. It's all easy skills in the kitchen and you're getting beautiful, healthy meals. So thank you for watching, everyone. There's going to be some prizes and things coming up in the next day. Bye.